can you introduce yourself and just tell us a little bit about this most unbelievably fashioned hair? Is it hair piece or is that your hair? Is it pieces? Right. Okay. So this is very elaborate. Would this be typical? Is this Roman fashion?
No, only the very rich would wear these. This is what we call a Flavian.
Right.
These were only in fashion for 20 years, between 50 to 70 AD, and they went out of fashion. The main two reasons they went out of fashion is because they started getting too big.
Right.
And also they were very expensive. 80% of these were be made from slaves' hair. A woman of my status, I would have loads of slaves.
Yeah.
So if I got a slave with roughly the same colour hair as me, it would be cut.
She don't have it for long, is what you're saying?
I would have it cut off into a loose plait like that, and then it would be sent away to be made into a hair piece. And then once the hair piece has been made, I will have two slaves working each side of a chair like this.
Yeah.
And then what they do, they place that onto the head, and the only way we can secure it is to have it all hand sewn into place.
Right.
So you'll have...
Stop it all unravelling when...
It's the only way you can get it to stop it from moving.
It really is incredible, isn't it?
So you've got all that
Look at the pins.
front.
Look at the pins in there, guys. Isn't that...
And then you've
Is
got...
it heavy? I mean,
Yes,
does it feel like you're wearing a helmet?
heavy.
Yeah.
And then you've got the massive bun at the back as well.
Yeah. Just turn around. Let's just capture that again. So look at that. Yeah, you can see. Somebody's saying that because we've got a guide that does tours from Pompeii.
Oh, yes.
A guy called Raphael. And they've seen murals with ladies with these very, very extravagant hair. So presumably that must cross over the kind of time period that you're talking about.
I'm the wife of a high-ranking senator. So my husband would have loads of money because he'd been a high-ranking senator. High-ranking senators came from very rich, very powerful houses. So I have loads of money. But some Roman experts reckon this would cost so much money that wouldn't even be buried or cremated in them.
Well, I'm to be handed on, as you might say, then, as part of your legacy.
Yeah.
Isn't that incredible? Should we have a look at them? So what have we got on display down here?
This is just some of the bits that you would find on a high-status Roman lady's dressing table.
Okay.
Throughout the back here, we've got two hair dyes. This is black hair dye. This has been made from prune juice.
Right, okay.
And this is brown, and this is made from hazelnuts.
Okay, yeah.
But when I say a hair dye, it's not like a hair dye we have today. So when my slaves are doing my hair, and they'll say, "Oh, mistress, you've got a few grey hairs there," they'll get a dabber, dab it into the juice, and then what they do, they only just cover the grey hair that's showing.
So like a sort of tenor type dye that you use now, sort of semi-permanent rather than,
How long are you staying for?
And then we've got some green. This is green eyeshadow.
Oh, yeah.
And this is made from dried butterfly wings.
Good Lord.
How long does the hair dye stop into you?
And there, we've got red lipstick. And that's made from when they used to make the red wine, and they used to pour it into the amphoras.
Yeah.
You used to end up with a sludge at the bottom.
Right.
You used to sieve it and add beef fat to it, and that's what gives you permanent red lips.
Oh, so that's why it stays on. Yeah.
It's permanent because it's red wine. What's one thing?
So it's staining the skin.
So I'm 50 years old, but by now my lips will be this colour all the time.
Yes. Is there a paling factor you've got on your skin then? Is there some colour, like a foundation? What would the base layer of makeup be about?
Well, a woman of my status, it was very unfashionable to have a tan.
Yeah. So
some Roman women went as far as chalking.
Yeah.
They chalked their face white or leaded their face, similar to like Elizabeth I. The paler your skin were, the more fashionable you were.
Yeah. And that's because you're not labouring in the fields, are you? You're not catching the sun, so it's demonstrating your status is a lady of leisure.
If I was sitting in my gardens in my villa now, I'd be under a canopy like this.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be out in
You'd be seeking to avoid the rays at all costs.
Stuff.
Yeah,
Yes.
isn't it fascinating?
We've got some beauty produce here. This is dry bird poo.
Okay, wasn't expecting that.
And that makes a facial scrub.
Right.
And that's to remove freckles or any blemishes, anything like that off the skin, because
Right.
it wasn't fashionable.
Okay. So that's like what do you call it? Like I can't think what you call it. Where you scrub.
Scrub, like a facial scrub.
Facial scrub. That's what I'm looking at. I'm not really good at these things. If my wife was here or daughters, they'd be able to tell me.
And this is a face cream.
Yeah.
And this is made from gladiator sweat.
No.
Yes.
How, do we dare ask how that was collected?
Well,
and from where?
they say it's gladiator sweat, but it could be anybody from the common bathhouses.
Well, yeah. Oof. So how would you apply your gladiator sweat, assuming that it is the real deal?
It goes onto the face.
Yeah.
With gladiators being young, beautiful, muscular men.
Yeah.
Women of my status thought it will keep us young and
So
beautiful.
virile. Sort of
Keep us young and beautiful.
Oh, I see.
So,
and they were like celebrities of the day, weren't they? The gladiators.
Yeah.
They could be like sort of
Oh, yes.
big attractions to the
They
ladies.
could be invited to big parties, to fight, private parties, anything like that.
Fantastic.
That's getting that.
So a respectable lady like you could hang out without tongues wagging then, or would it?
Oh, no,
or would it
no,
cause
no,
tongues
no,
to wag if
no.
you were in the company of a gladiator?
No, I'm afraid I've got to be a very good wife.
You've got honour to protect.
I can't have a lover, I'm afraid. My husband can as many mistresses as he wants, but I can't.
It's a rotten old world, isn't
I
it?
know. It's not fair. I love the one here. This is quite a popular one. In Roman times, it was unpopular to have any body hair.
Oh, right, yeah.
So you only
like a pumice stone, then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You only had You only had hair on your eyebrows and on top of your head.
Unless you're a slave and you don't cut off for a rich lady like yourself.
So for your arms and legs, this is for men and women.
Yeah.
For pumice
Look at that
stone,
bracelet. No, beautiful. Yeah, do.
and that removes all your hair from your arms and your legs.
Yeah, it's like exfoliating again, yeah.
For underarms and down below, you use tweezers.
Oh, right, okay.
And there is a document been found complaining about the screams coming from the bathhouse
Right.
when the hair plucker comes in town, and their reply is, it's from the men when they're having their chest hairs plucked.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
That was his chest. I was a little bit concerned there where you were going with that one. It's a family show after all. But listen, thank you so much for... Is this a little lamp, by the way, that I can see down here?
That is to make black eyeshadow.
Okay.
So what they would do, they will hold a bowl over it,
Right.
and you get the soot.
Yep.
And then what you do, you get this little device here, and your slaves will grind it into a fine powder. And then what they would do, they dip that in there, and then they rub it underneath your eyes, and that's how you get the black eyeliner.
Oh, I see.
We think we've got...
So that's actually shaped that then
Yeah.
to be able to enable...
To go-
Can you see that? It's like... Yeah. So you can see that just naturally...
A lot of museums, when they show Roman artefacts, think that's a piece of jewellery, but
Yeah.
it's not. It actually belongs to a eyeliner grinder.
Isn't that fascinating? Well, thank you so much. I'm going to turn around the camera. Can everybody now give a thumbs up and say hello so this fantastic lady can just see and feel love there from Eastbourne, from Walter in Ontario, Montana there you can see. So we've got folk on from all over the world. So thank you so much for taking the time, sharing your passion and your hobby. And it's lovely talking to you.
Yeah, okay,
thank you so
thank you.
much.